If you're thinking about starting a garden, or if you've got a garden already, today I want to share with you 3 benefits that not many people will tell you about for gardening. Gardening's a wonderful thing to do. I started this garden here when we moved in about 8 years ago, and in that amount of time I have lost 16 kilos of weight. So gardening is fantastic for your physical body. I don't need to go to the gym. I do go for a bicycle ride in the mornings, but most of the hard work and the sweating and the exercise I get is in the garden. Yeah, be it digging holes or digging the vegetable garden or carrying around loads of branches that I've pruned from trees, or loading the wheelbarrow up, or turning the compost. There are plenty of ways I get really good exercise in the garden, and believe me, I do sweat a lot, so the weight comes off. And I feel fitter, I feel more agile, I feel more flexible, and this is really because I've been working hard in the garden, or even doing what I'm doing now, just walking around the garden. Quite often, I'll forget something. I'll have to come back to my shed here and grab another tool or something else that I'd forgotten to grab in the first place. And yeah, depending on where I'm working in the garden, this can take a bit of time, and I get a few steps in, I get a lot of exercise down here and around our garden, and it's wonderful. And one of the other things that happens when I'm in the garden, walking around, I see things and go, oh wow, this is looking nice. Mangoes on the tree, for example. But other things, just looking at our garden, seeing the flowers and experiencing the aromas, the smells and the joy of just being in the garden is so good for my soul. It's great for my spiritual life because I'm here in nature, outdoors, and just focused on what's happening right here and right now. Whether I'm working, whether I'm walking to pick my spade up or something else that I'd not brought with me, or whether I'm just enjoying it, picking some fruit or pruning some trees. It's really lovely to be in nature and in amongst things that are growing and things that we're growing. So there's that very much a participation in what we're doing, and this is so good for my body and also good for my spirit, good for my soul, because it just regenerates me. It helps me to slow down, it helps me to really be, as I said, to be here and now, really taking in and enjoying the moment, not rushing around, not distracted by my computer or my phone or anything else. And it's fantastic. It's so good for us to be able to just really enjoy life. And it for me is a meditation to come out, to be in the garden, to be relaxed and concentrating on what I'm doing and what I want to get done. And quite often I don't have to be really concentrating 100%. I can be focused just on my own thoughts about what I'm doing, and just gives me a little bit of time for some meditation and calming down. And this is when my thinking starts to get more creative. So it's good for your body to be in the garden and doing some work. It's good for your soul to be in the garden and doing some work. And it's really good for your mind. So my mind calms down after I've been in the garden for half an hour. I'm just get into a flow, into a peaceful, enjoyable state, and do the meditation, do the thinking, enjoy the flowers and the fruit and the smells and everything else. And this brings a clarity into my mind. This brings just a peace and a quietness in my mind. And this is when I start to get my most creative ideas. Then the light bulb kind of turns on, and I can really enjoy just thinking up new ideas or ways of problem solving, things that I need usually to do in the garden, or maybe with the video, or maybe with the carving that I'm doing, or something else like that. But by being in the garden, by just chilling and relaxing and at the same time working hard sometimes, but it's chill for me. It rejuvenates me. I love it. Even though it's hard work and I might be sweating a lot and I might be, feeling a bit sore by the end of the day, but this also just gives me time to think and time to work through creative ideas or to creatively solve problems that I might have. So there's three big things that people generally don't often talk about that are huge benefits in the garden. So physical exercise, spiritual enjoyment, and also mental agility and problem solving and creativity as well. And these things are, fantastic benefits of being in the garden. It's not necessarily something that people will always tell you about, but they are definitely there. And if you're starting a garden, it's not going to be easy. It's certainly something that you've got to spend a bit of time with, you've got to really focus on, you've got to really concentrate on. But these benefits will come to you for sure if you persevere, when you persevere. And don't worry about making mistakes. Things that grow want to grow. You plant some seeds, if they don't come up, try again, but maybe put them in a different location or give them a little bit more water or less water. Just take a note of what you're doing and experiment. So if you persevere, if you get through and start to see things, seeds that you've planted or little seedlings or maybe a small shrub or a tree that you've planted in the garden, there is no other joy in the world that will touch your heart and your mind and your body in the same way. So I hope this is going to encourage some of you to start a garden, or to really, if you've got a garden already, to really begin to enjoy it more and more. And I just hope this will bless you in a lot of ways. And thanks very much for watching it all the way through. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about what we do here at Suan Sook Homestay, you can check out this video next. Cheers.